to agree, honestly. I think Gesture has looked a bit iffy on the tanks from time to time, but already, in the blink of an eye, the team fight pretty much almost over there. The Chengdu Hunters have found a multitude of pickoffs in the midst of all of that. A lot of that coming off the back. More time. The Fitz isn't going to be building up that EMP, a critical ultimate for them to try and win out. Still, Tuyu is doing the Lord's work right now with Leave falling. T-Mech, though, it means it's going to be a free barrage for Jinmu. He's just going to offload that one off to the side. Does get the one kill, and he's definitely setting up a lot of damage still. Nice little Bionade there from Creative just to take him out. Even still falling off the side of the map as well. Hacked over the gap, I think, by Fitz. Causing him to drop right down into the drink. This is the Seoul Dynasty just wrangling back the team fight into their... Layang gets T-Mech. That's going to be the self-destruct, though, to try and get back into it. In Baby Diva form, takes out Creative. It's going to be the pulse bomb off to the side. Profit finding two. Gesture following up as well. The coordination is quite elite. Nice little self-destruct off to the side as well. It's going to push them in.
Seoul have so many players that can just zigzag in and off the point. Profit being the primary one, and he gets taken out. Another great shot by Leave through the Ant Matrix if it was even required, as he just helps clean up everybody else. Gesture falls, and now Seoul, though, they're left in a scenario where they just need to get value out of this EMP, and they've punished Gaga. They have to chill. Oh, but they're going for it, Brent.
It's the committal of ultimates, yep, the Nano Boost and the EMP. Jinmu's on the floor. Is there going to be any sort of damage being done to them? No! It's the Chengdu Hunters who are turning it around. Round number one might just be going their way.
That's a huge mistake in terms of the shot calling. We'll see whether individual brilliance can turn it around from Profit. He's around, he's pretty close. Someone needs to touch the objective, and Profit does with his face, straight into a mine. That's catastrophic for the Seoul Dynasty. He did, and this round was lost in that final decision to take the team fight there. They had the EMP, they knew that they wanted to go for it, but a small disengage and a little bit of patience would have paid off so much better for the Seoul Dynasty.
For the Chengdu Hunters, that's easy days. The Ant Matrix is on the field as well. Impossible for Seoul to win.
Seoul, oh, hello. There's a lot of pressure actually here in the backline. Gaga and Leave combining together. They're trying to turn this fight around even before some of the rest of them have come off spawn. This is just an abuse of Tuyu being away from the backline there.
I think Seoul honestly got a bit caught off guard. I think Tuyu resetting, maybe anticipating that the fight was easy. Yeah. Jinmu's definitely been making improvements to the Sombra, but Gaga's first death again in these team fights. Doesn't even get the chance to. So much crowd control to Seoul Dynasty's offering. It's very difficult, I think, to get value out of the Wrecking Ball, even at the best of times. The EMP from Jinmu was laid onto a bunch of the Seoul Dynasty, but not enough to really get too much done. Still, see Leave still putting in the good work, and there's Fitch just firing right through the window, just trying to push them all the way, pressure them out. The coordination is there. Chengdu are in control at this point, but probably not for much longer.
Yeah, they're eventually going to get picked apart there. Leave did find a good kill onto Profit, who's now gone over to the Torbjorn.
95% in counting. This is almost looking like a sure done deal unless Leave can get something big off of it. The pulse bomb is just slightly off to the side, and the grab gets a Tuyu. What a play! What a performance! Unreal scenes. The Seoul Dynasty just holding on, and at this point, they got every advantage in the game. Under wraps, got the defensive positioning on lock. The overtime is burning, but that's going to be the round going their way. Going the distance on Ilios. They've already taken a bunch of damage. Creative, look at the pressure. Almost dead in the middle of this fight, and that's the backline gone. That's the trouble. Chengdu's comp just puts out so much consistent damage. It's really difficult unless you get a nasty neutral hack off. It sets up into the sky. Superchargers around and about, but do they have any pressure for it? Look at that! Animo, he tried to just waddle up to him from the side, maybe in a bit of a blind spot. But listen, Sarissa is not a horse, doesn't have the blinders on, you know. He's going to be able to spot that from a mile away. Shoots him down. That's another easy teamfight win. Almost too easy here for the Chengdu Hunters now. When we look at EMP, it's all on Fitz. It needs to be big. It's 99% and counting, but an aggressive play by Chengdu. The ultimates are committed. The sleep tower will connect, but the damage, it might already be done. Still, they take out Jinmu. Could be an opening for them, but with Creative down 94% and counting, that's no nano boost for the fight, and everyone's being brought down to their knees. The Chengdu Hunters, they brought it to the overtime, but what a one-sided affair in the final round of Ilios. Not a problem for them, barely breaking a sweat, and Seoul playing this composition. It relies so heavily around the ultimates. Not even Profit eating a bit of damage there from Monk, and look at those shurikens he laid in earlier. That's Fitz following up on it. Bit by bit, it seems like they might just be crumbling away here, and that's the res coming up online, but it gives them all the space in the world, especially Profit tearing through them right now. This is the setup that you want to see from the Seoul Dynasty. This is how they wanted to take this team fight.
Brandon, is it just me, or does it feel like our two MVP candidates have got it in for each other? Profit is going for leave on
the corner. The Nanoboost is just being slapped onto Gesture and saying, all right, go on, lad, get in there. Doing some good work. Another sleep dart cancels up the barrage there from Jinmu. Unable to really get too much done from it. Gaga so weak. He's going to get chased down. The Seoul Dynasty, they've got a huge opening now. The Nanoboost was expended, but now the Seoul Dynasty are coming up on a whole war chest of ultimates. The Dragon Blade, the Primal Rage, all of it's coming up online very soon. EMP from Fitz, also already on South Destruct, is going to be utilized to try and clear them away. Chengdu's still finding that the players are coming back into this one off the respawn. Seoul committing the ultimates. The EMP is used and it has locked up enough targets that they can get the kill onto Gaga at least. Still, it needs to be cleaner than this, Josh.
Yeah, Profit is doing his absolute best, and Tuyu's trying to keep him alive. That Bionade from Monk, a posthumous Bionade that catches onto both of the tanks. And the Seoul Dynasty, they found one tick, but it might be all they're engaged. Seoul Dynasty, they sense an opportunity to move forwards. Profit Hag, though, he can't draw the blade. He's been purpled as well. This Nano won't really help him. The Nano, none of the heal applies, and Evil just swings into him with the flail. You can see the look on his poor face. He was gobsmacked, couldn't believe what had just occurred. And the Chengdu Hunters are biting back with a vengeance. The Bionade from the back. That's Monk just setting up his team for success in this team fight. They've caught out Fitz as well, who has to translocate back. And now they just need to find the right targets. Hunting them down, Gaga just leading the charge as he leaps right on top of them. Time or space to get set up. Leaf can go for a pulse at some point here, but he has been pushed out. Seoul with a little bit of space, and immediately Chengdu respond. EMP and a self-destruct.
Yep, that's going to be committed into it. Leave as well, of course, is going to land the stick. Why not? Beat down around the back. Profit can't deflect that. Good luck. Straight back to the respawn queue. Another one team. Now or never. Dragon Blade in hand. Profit knows. He's eyeing up the targets. And here it comes. The bubble's applied. Nanoboost still waiting though. Creative doesn't have line of sight of him. We're just holding on to it until the tail end of this fight. Maybe deeming it not necessary to try and win this one out. Okay, well now it's going to be used. And that's going to be the rallying brig nanoed up as well. Overtime though in play. The Seoul Dynasty, they've got to close this one out. Chengdu Hunters are getting back into this one, and now they're getting the kills as well. Leaping right onto the bridge, it's Gesture of a Primal Rage. How many times have we seen this guy clutch it up in the past? He's got to do it right here, right now. He's created enough space for the team, but someone didn't jump to the point! You have got to be kidding me! He saved the leap, so it's fine. It was the mind games upon mind games. He could see the hole coming, but it does not matter. Gaga's just deleted, eviscerated off the map. Nice little sleep dart setup though from Monk as well. That's Profit that was on the floor, and Lee was able to get an easy little dash combo into the melee just to try and take him out. With the reset coming online, it's probably going to be another one in the books, and there you go. Animo Falling has pretty much just secured that one. Nice and easy. I love that from Gaga though, just to revisit it as well. With the Nano was coming on, he knew, he was like, okay, what are they gonna...
And now they have to try and find a manual hack to turn this around. There's the Nano Barrage as well, set up on the back of it. Seoul, again, going for that aggressive defense like we know teams are going to do at this point. So what does Chengdu have to respond to this? That's the real question. What do they do? They're back. But they've taken too long.
EMP engage. Yep, Chengdu, I mean, they got into the right positioning for it. This is going to be a magical setup to deflect from Leave. Might not even be necessary. Jinmu was there, Creative gets taken out, but Seoul investing the ultimates into this one. It's going to be the Primal. Gesture has managed to get a bit of work done with it. Potentially enough to turn it around. Unfortunately for Seoul though, that's 43% accrued there for the trade over the bridge. Looking to try and hit a couple of heads, but Profit in the back line. Yeah, his job is done. See you later, Profit says. He's going to be backing out of there, but he needs to be a bit more concerned now from this pressure that's being applied onto the point. 55% already coming up now for the Chengdu Hunters. Someone has to touch this right now, otherwise it is all over. The South Destructs push them all away, and they're just trying to dodge and juke in and off the point. The Seoul Dynasty just trying to keep this one going as best as they can, but it's not enough. The Chengdu Hunters
backline. You cannot allow them to just escort this backline safely into Snacks Ramas. I think they might have... Oh, there it is. Okay, Profit managing to find, with the help of the Discord Orb, that pick onto Monk. They had that short timing window, and I was worried because Gesture didn't look like he was involved in the fight whatsoever, but they have managed to do it. Good execution there. You have to fight them before they get into this enclosed area. Otherwise, it's so difficult to dig them out.
Yeah, nice.
Creative Zen was superb in the prior series. Look at that punish again. Gesture goes down, but Monk just destroyed and leave quick to follow. Seoul are playing this so much more aggressively than their Anubis defense. I love it.
Yeah, this is a much better look from them. They were just forwards. Jinmu, the presence of mind, is going to be holding onto the EMP for now, but now lets it rip. That's creative. He did catch it onto him, and later he's going to follow up off of that ultimate. But the mind scattered across. Seoul really don't have an option to try and play into this one here. Pulse bomb, bit of a whiff there from Prophet, not able to find the target he was potentially looking for. Chengdu being now given a lot of space up onto the point. Another good neutral hack. Prophet really can't be blinking into the opposition to try and set up a lot of the kills and plays off the back of what Gesture's doing and creating in the back line here. So far, it's Gesture taken out though. Self-destruct pushes them away for but a moment, but Seoul, they're quick back onto the point to not let it lapse back over. 99.3% still could be anyone's game. Bit of a pulse bomb whiff there, but it still gets the job done. That's Leave finding 2 in that fight, and they have secured it.
Gaga takes a hack there, and he's got Discord already. But instead, Tuyu taken out of mech, and Seoul didn't invest the trance. The trance comes late. Prophet only just managing to get unstuck. But the stick, oh my word, the pulse bomb lands.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. Every time I see it, it's absurd. To find a pulse bomb onto the opposition, and now this is steadily moving forwards. That self-destruct, Tuyu knows just how to dodge it. Straight down into the ground to try and avoid the worst of that self-destruct. Prophet's back into the action. It's not over just yet. Chengdu fighting for every opportunity to try and push them away and off this point, but now the respawns are coming back in. 35 seconds left for the Chengdu Hunters, and it's sold.
Seconds. Prophet could be the miracle maker that you've seen from him so many times before if he just lands this one.
Wow, that's even gone. Has to shield bash just to the side, but it doesn't even matter. Prophet's hunting down everyone. He's in your back line. It's not quite 5 AM, but he'll make it work. And now you can see him just getting pick after pick. The overtime burning down, but the Chengdu Hunters had a chance in hell of trying to push this one over the checkpoint B. Be able to touch it just to keep that overtime moving, but with the rally armor that Animo's just putting out, good luck. And that clump of mines, no chance of touching it. Said that like a caveman. Hits gone good against Farah. Well, here comes the barrage. Try and stop this one. It's not happening. That's creative, taken out nice and early there, but the Seoul Dynasty, of course, are committing it again. A bit of the electric cowboy plays. The Tuyu falling, no. Fitz needs to find something. These shots are just not quite finding, and look at that pressure being applied. He's going to be able to get that health back. Just dodging, juking round the corner. The Sominsu plays. Man, the hammer. Oh my goodness, eventually taken out, and the res onto Gaga. But still, now Seoul have all of this space onto the point. The bubble just going to be breaking in between them. Almost getting it, not quite though, and they've split themselves up. What a sleep dart again. Monk just finding them, and that surely has put an end to this push. The mines are going to be committed on top of that. The EMP is going to be scattered across the point, and it's locked up enough targets that they should be able to win out this fight. Still, it's going to be another big Bionate from Creative. They need to deal with this back line. A lot of damage pushed into them there. Mega health pack, Animo. Oh, not going to be able to grab it. Just trying to get it. Oh my goodness. Gaga, you cannot lose this fight.
It's nonsense from Seoul.
The Chengdu Hunters, this is it. Someone needs to try and get onto this point. The Seoul Dynasty, desperate to keep this one moving. But where are the ultimates online? Jinmu's in the back line with the barrage, and he's already gotten 2. Animo trapped into the corner once again. Not the place you want to be when you've got a rocket launcher in your face, that's for sure. And an Animus might not even be necessary. It's just a little bit of a celebration at the end. Some fireworks to celebrate the Chengdu Hunters moving forwards into the Countdown Cup and securing this win against the Seoul Dynasty. You can see just a walk in the park for them, almost clinical on their faces. They don't even seem to be happy about what they've achieved.